Hello, good evening, everyone. Hello, good evening, everyone. I hope you can hear my voice. Am I audible, guys, clearly? If you can hear my voice, please can I have some quick comments? Can I have some quick comments, please, that if you can hear my voice and if you can see the video properly? Hello, good evening. Hi, this is Vaishali Kamdar, and I'm welcoming all of you on behalf of Spark Academy. Hello, this is Vaishali Kamdar from Spark Academy. So before starting the topic today, it is very easy topic or first topic of, you can say first or second topic of botany, that is plant kingdom, and though it is very important. So before jumping directly into the plant kingdom, let me remind you all of you that if you want to follow, you can follow Spark Academy online.com. You can follow us on Instagram, Telegram, Facebook, any of your convenient ways, so that you will get all the updates and all the reels, all the or you can say tricks and tips about NEET, tricks and tips. You will not miss out anything about the NEET that we are sharing. So guys, follow us on any of these links. And today we are discussing first unit, that is diversity and living world. In that last chapter of that is plant kingdom. So around 3 questions asked from, mostly it is average of 3 to 4 questions, 3 questions from plant kingdom. So 3 questions give you 12 marks. So before starting the chapter or point, let me remind you all of you that you can download the app, that is Spark Academy app, from Play Store, and you will find all the discounts and courses which are available right now. So right now go to the Play Store and download this app, that is Spark Academy app, and then you'll find all the discounts on the courses. So you need to focus on this logo. So this is our logo, blue color logo, that is Spark Academy. So check that logo and download this app. Then you'll be having free written, when you are joining the course, you will be having free handwritten notes and study materials and PYQs and free mock test available. So let's start our topic, that is plant kingdom. So kingdom plantae, see, you all know about the biological diversity and how this classification occurs, or about the taxonomy. So most important first category or first taxon of classification, that is kingdom. So we have two types of two kingdoms, plant and animals. In that we are discussing animal kingdom. Plant kingdom. So plant kingdom can be divided into two subkingdoms, that is cryptogamy and phanerogamy. That means plants without seeds and plants with seeds. So plants without seeds, again they are divided into Thallophyta, Bryophyta and Pteridophyta. Thallophyta can be divided into algae and fungi. Previously, fungi were considered into Thallophyta, but now they are not part of that. Now they are not part of plant kingdom, as they are not autotrophs, they are heterotrophs. And especially they have saprophytic nature, saprophytic type of nutrition. Yes, good evening, Hasini. So plants with seeds, they are called phanerogamy, and they are divided into two types, gymnosperms and angiosperms. Gymnosperms are the plants which have naked seeds, not enclosed inside the ovary or not enclosed inside the fruit. So, and angiosperms, they are flower bearing plants and seeds enclosed inside the food. Then this angiosperm, again they are divided into monocots and dicots depending on how many types of cotyledons present in their seed. If there are two cotyledons present in their seed, it is known as monocotyledony. And if two cotyledons, then it is known as dicot. Two cotyledon, then it is known as dicot, and only one cotyledon, that is known as monocot. So seed with one cotyledon, they are called monocot, and seed with two cotyledon, they are called dicot. When you equally divide, when you open and when you remove the seed coat, you can equally you can carry out, or you can half those equally make the half of the seed, that is called dicot seed. Now we are starting from Stylophyta group, that is Stylophyta. In that first it is about algae. So characteristics of algae, they are chlorophyll bearing. See, all the organism, they are chlorophyll bearing. So chlorophyll bearing, simple thalloid. Thalloid, that means, what is the meaning of thalloid? Thalloid, that means no true root, stem, branches like structure developed, that is called thalloid. An autotrophic organism, size range from microscopic unicellular forms such as Chlamydomonas to the colonial. Chlamydomonas are unicellular example of microscopic unicellular algae, that is Chlamydomonas. Important point to note down. Then colonial forms such as volvox and filamentous form Ulothrix and Spirogyra. Massive plant-like bodies are seen in some marine forms such as kelps. Their body is unicellular. So again it is again we are revising that unicellular Chlamydomonas, colonial volvox, filamentous Spirogyra, Ulothrix, and thalloid sargassum. Algae are covered over by mucilage, which protects them from the epiphytic growth and decaying effect of the water. So how they reproduce? See, there are three means of reproduction: vegetative, asexual, and sexual. Vegetative can be by fragmentation, asexual by asexual spores. If these type of spores are motile, then they are called zoospores. And sexual reproduction can occur into three ways, that is isogamous, anisogamous, and oogamous. Isogamous, that means gametes are of same size. Then this type of fusion, both the gametes, they are of same size, then this type of fusion is known as isogamous reproduction or isogamous fusion. Anisogamous, that means gametes dissimilar in the size. Size can be varied, one is big, one is small. Then this type of fusion is called anisogamous. Then oogamous, in that specially one gamete is large and non-motile, it is female gamete, and the other gamete is small and motile, that is male gamete. So that type of, just like sperm and egg cell, so these type of fusion, it is known as oogamous. It can be present in case of volvox and fucus. Yes, Hasini, Chlamydomonas. Yes, Chlamydomonas can sometimes carry out isogamous fusion, sometimes anisogamous. Some species of some of the sometimes they can carry out an isogamous also. Mostly it is isogamous. Then chlorophyllaceae, types of algae. There are three types of algae: green, brown, and red. So first class, that is about chlorophyllaceae. So member of chlorophyllaceae are commonly called green algae. The plant body may be unicellular, colonial, or filamentous. Main important part to note down: pigments. Pigments of green algae. So pigments of green algae, they are chlorophyll A and chlorophyll B. The pigments are localized in definite shape. See, green algae, they are eukaryotes only. Okay, they are eukaryotes. They are eukaryotes only, so that's why chloroplasts are present in them. But yes, Hasini, can you tell me, or all others, those who have joined, can you tell me what about blue-green algae? What about blue-green algae? Where these pigments are located? Pigments are located in which type of organelles or in which type of form in case of blue-green algae? Can it be present in chloroplast? Just answer in your um, chat box. Can it be present in chloroplast? Yes, Hasini, correct. So chloroplasts are there or not? Can chlorophyll can be present inside chloroplast or not? Heterocysts in case of cyanobacteria, they are involved for nitrogen fixation, Hasini. They are involved for nitrogen fixation, not for photosynthesis, not involved in pigment. Yes, correct. Not in chloroplast because this blue-green algae, they are cyanobacteria. They are cyanobacteria. So bacteria, they are prokaryotes. They do not possess any membrane-bound organelles, and chloroplast is double membrane-bound organelle. Right. So there is no chloroplast present in blue-green algae. Sometimes people confuse because of algae, but actually this is cyanobacteria, and especially in these type of bacteria, pigments are present in lamellisome. Pigments are present in lamellisome, okay, which is mesosome type of thing, and pigments are involved in this type of bodies. Most of the members have one or more storage bodies. In case of chlorophyllaceae, storage body, it can be pyrenoid located in chloroplast. Pyrenoid contains the protein besides the starch. They store their food in form of starch, and some algae may store their food in form of oil droplets and starch. Okay, cell wall composition of green algae. Rigid cell wall made up of inner layer of the cellulose and outer layer of pectose. Inner layer of cellulose and outer layer of pectose. Vegetative reproduction. Reproduction occurs by vegetative means, by fragmentation. Okay, vegetative reproduction by fragmentation, and asexual reproduction. Asexual reproduction occurs by flagellated zoospores produced in zoosporangia. Flagellated zoospores produced in zoosporangia. Asexual by zoospores. And sexual occurs can be, sexual reproduction can be of isogamous, anisogamous, or oogamous. Some commonly found green alga, example of green algae is Chlamydomonas, Volvox, Urothrix, Pyrogyra, and Cara. No, Hasini, it is not in heterocyst. Heterocyst is involved in nitrogen fixation. I'll share that. I'll come to that point afterwards. Okay, I'll share screen and I'll share other screen, other material, and show you that it is not involved in photosynthesis or pigments and cyanobacteria. Yes, correct, Hasini. Next, reproduction we have discussed. It can be of sexual spores, flagellated can be of zoospore or aplanospores. They are non-flagellated spores, hypnospores and achenates. And sexual reproduction can be isogamous and oogamous. And then about Phaeophyceae or brown algae. So brown algae, members of the Phaeophyceae, they are called brown algae. Habitats can be found primarily in marine habitat. Okay, size, great variation in the size and forms. Body consists of branch filamentous structure to represent by the calves and which may reach to the height of the 100 meters. So plant body is usually attached to the substratum. This is characteristic feature of Phaeophyceae or brown algae, that is they have attachments. For example, this is a rock and they can attach to this rock by this hold fast type of they can attach to the substratum by a hold fast and has a stalk and this type and leaf like photosynthesis organ that is called frond. That leaf like photosynthetic organ is called frond. Then major pigment involved in Phaeophyceae, it is major pigments involved, they are chlorophyll A and C, carotenoid, xanthophyll. Chlorophyll, so commonly they are called fucoxanthin. Commonly they are called fucoxanthin. So storage food here, it is storage food, complex carbohydrates which may be forms of laminarin and mannitol. Cell wall composition, gelatinous coat, they are involved in algine synthesis also. Okay, cell wall have cellulosic wall, usually covered on the outside by gelatinous sheath called algine. Then rhorophyceae, red algae. Rhorophyceae, red algae. So red algae, common name of red algae Rhodophyta and commonly called red alga because of the predominant pigment here. It is R phycoerythrin name. You can correlate it with the erythrocyte, erythros word. Term erythros related to red color. So here also remember that erythrin or phycoerythrin that is related to red color. Then habitat, majority of red algae are marine except for the few freshwater species. So they occur in both well lightened region close to the surface of the water and also to the great depth. See where light cannot penetrate, they are present at that great depth also. Okay, so question can be asked on these point, that is type of producers which can be present at bottom of the sea or at the great depth of the sea and still they can carry out photosynthesis. Then it is red algae. This red algae which can be present uh, at the depth of the great depth in the ocean. Major pigment, involved here, it is chlorophyll A and chlorophyll B and phycoerythrin. The red color of the red algae is due to abundant formation of phycoerythrin. Storage food here is myelopectin and glycogen in structure. Then cell wall, it is made up of cellulose, pectin and polysulfate esters. Some red algae have some calcium carbonate over their wall. They appear coral-like and they are called coralline. So corallina algae produces limestone and they are important component for reef formation along with the corals. Flagella is absent. Important point to note down again. Flagella is absent in any member of this class. No spores, no flagellated spores are present in red algae. Okay. Then about bryophytes. See, now we are moving from Stylophyta to Bryophyta. That is, bryophytes habitat usually occur cool, damp and shady place. Okay, but depends on the, they are known to be amphibians of the plant kingdom. They are actually amphibians of the plant kingdom. Yes, correct, Hasiri. In deep sea red algae, correct. So bryophytes, they are amphibians of plant kingdom because they can live both on land and water. See, actually they are living on land, but for a sexual reproduction they are dependent on water. So that's why they are called amphibians of plant kingdom. The characteristic feature of bryophytes is a division of non-vascular plant having embryo stage in their development process. So they do not have vascular system. Where is my cursor? Wait a second, let me change the color. So they do not have vascular system, that means no xylem and phloem till bryophytes. Plant body is more differentiated than algae. Okay, thallus-like structure, they are attached to substratum by rhizoids. So root type structure, not proper root, but root type of structure can be present or it can be started from bryophytes. So rhizoids may be unicellular, they may be multicellular, but actual proper roots, they are absent. Bryophytes lack two root, stem and leaves. They may possess root-like, stem-like, leaf-like structure. Everything like, not exactly that. So have no specialized tissue for the conduction of water. See, no xylem, no phloem. See, this is what life cycle of bryophyte is, how it occurs. See, they have both the phases, sporophytic stage and gametophytic stage. Gametophytic, that means haploid stage. This is haploid stage. And sporophytic, that means two, and diploid stage. See uh, what happens here during haploid stage formation. These are gametes. This is male, this is female gamete, and this is male gamete. Okay, these male and female gamete, they are possessing this haploid nature, haploid chromosomal configuration. So this undergoes mitosis to carry mitosis to form a multicellular body, multicellular thallus-like body. Okay, so it will give a rise female plant and male plant. Okay, now they'll form, see, these are not gametes, these are spores. Now they form gametes. So gametophyte, it is gametogenesis occurs in that. So now they form male gamete and female gamete. So after that, this gamete will fuse to form two end zygote. And after that, this zygote undergoes, see, it will not undergo, I mean sporophytic stage, proper sporophytic stage, and it will undergo meiosis to form this and spores. The spores germinate. Spores are also haploid, gametes are also haploid. Spores germinate to give a rise gametophytic stage, and then gametes will be formed. Gametes are meant to be fused, so they are fused to form zygote, and zygote will give a rise sporophytic stage. This is how it continues. See, these are spores. So these are spores. They are end spores, so they will undergo mitosis to form female and male body. Okay, in that there will be formation of gametes. This gamete will give a rise to zygote, and zygote will give a rise to sporophytic body, multicellular sporophytic body, which will possess spores inside a capsule. Okay, spores will be formed through meiosis. The spores will germinate again to give gametophytic stage. I hope it is clear, guys. Then liverworts. Bryophytes can be divided in liverworts and mosses. So liverworts, characteristic of liverworts, habitat, again marshy ground, damp soil, bark of the tree, deep in the woods. Body feature, the plant body of liverwort is thalloid like markings. You can see a gamma cup and gamete type of thing in case of that. So reproduction. Asexual reproduction, it takes place in fragmentation of thalli, but formation of gamete. Formation of this gamete, you can see this is a gamete, okay. Formation of gamete are small green multicellular asexual bud. They are small green asexual bud which are born dorsally inside the gamma cup. They are born inside the gamma cup, located on the thalli. Mature gametes separate. This when this is getting mature, this is separated. This is separated, okay, to form the parent body from the parent body and germinate to form a new individual. Then sexual reproduction, male and female sex organs are produced in either of the same or the different thalli. Fertilization produces zygote and which grows to form diploid sporophyte. Each sporophyte is differentiated into foot, seta and capsule. See, like here, this is foot, seta and capsule. You can see this is capsule, this is seta and foot. Foot, seta and capsule. Like here you can see. Common examples, Rixia and Mackensia. Then Moses, Tarakhasini. Then Moses, the predominant stage of the life cycle of Moses is gametophyte. Predominant stage, here it is gametophyte, which consists of two stages, protonema stage and leafy stage. Protonema stage, it is the first stage of the development of directly from the spores. So when spores are germinating, they will give a rise protonema stage first. Then they'll start formation of second stage, that is the formation of leaves. So which develops from the secondary protonema as a lateral bud. So consisting of upright slender axis bearing spirally arranged. See, these are spirally arranged leaves. So they are attached to the soil through the multicellular branch rhizoid, and this stage bears the sex organ. It bears the sex organ. Yes, Hasini, I'm not getting you. What's your cup? You are asking it is cup-like or not? See, this gamma cups here, they are, see, it is not actually properly cup-like, but they are developed inside a cup type of thing. So see, like this, they start developing. First, they'll start developing inside this. This is actually gamete, which is coming out of this cup. Are you getting my point? So this is what a cup type of thing, from where this gamete is coming out. Then pteridophytes. So habitat, the pteridophytes are found in cool, damp, shady places, though some may flourish when sandy soil conditions. So characteristic feature here, vascular system started. Okay. See, development increases, vascular system started. So xylem and phloem arising from pteridophyta. So it is a division of the seedless vascular plant. They are seedless. They do not bear seeds, but they are vascular. So hence commonly known as vascular cryptogam. So they have well developed vascular system, xylem and phloem. Dominant plant body is sporophytic. Now you tell me, what is sporophytic body? Diploid or haploid? Sporophyte, that means diploid stage or haploid, 2n or n. Come on, right. 2n or n, Hasini, come on. Sporophyte, that means n or 2n. Wrong, it is 2n, diploid stage. Diploid stage. Diploid stage, dominant plant body. See, that's why pteridophytes in them, dominant phase, it is 2n stage, that is diploid, that is sporophytic stage, which is differentiated into two: root, stem and leaves. These organs possess well differentiated vascular tissue. Leaves in pteridophytes are small. Leaves in pteridophyte, they are small as in Selaginella, and are large in case of ferns. Sporophytes bear sporangia that develops in association with leaf-like appendages called sporophylls. So this is on sporangia. And some pteridophyte sporophylls form distinct compact structure called strobili or cones. So seeds are absent, they produce naked embryo called spores. Naked embryo called spores. So seeds are not there. Homosporous pteridophyte, they bear spores that are same type, they produces bisexual gametophytes. Heterosporous pteridophytes, they bear two kind of spores, microspores as well as megaspores. Sporangia produces spore by meiosis in spore mother cell. See, every mother cell, it is diploid. Then spores are forming after, after meiosis of spore mother cell, they form spores which are N. So mother cell, it is 2N. This will undergo meiosis to form haploid spores. So the spores germinate to give a rise inconspicuous small but multicellular free living, mostly photosynthetic thyroid gametophytes. So it is called prothallus. This is not dominating phase. This is inconspicuous. This free living though, photosynthetic is there, photosynthesis there, but it is thyroid, not properly developed. So this phase is haploid stage. Gametophyte. So this is haploid stage. So this stage bear male and female sex organ called anthradia and archegonia. Male is known as anthradia, female is known as archegonia. Anthradia are small and sessile, archegonia are partially embedded, and archegonial neck is furrowed. Sperms are motile and require an external supply of water to reach archegonia. Fusion of these male and female gametes with the egg present in the archegonium result in the formation of zygote. Zygote is 2n. Okay, zygote will be 2n. And thereafter it produces multicellular, well-differentiated sporophytic body, that is dominant phase of pteridophyte. That is actually dominant phase of pteridophyte. I hope you are clear now, Hasini, that this is sporophytic phase, which is 2n. What you can see in liverwort? So spores may be similar as in majority of pteridophytes. However, few plants are heterosporous. Yes, you can see. Yes. So they produce two types of spores. So this is how actually life cycle occurs. See, sporophytic body, they form, sporophytic body, it is 2n body, they'll form spores after meiosis. Meiosis occurs. Then the spores germinate to give a rise thyroid structure. Here it is thyroid structure called prothallus, that is gametophytic body. Okay, that is N. So which bears anthradia and archegonia, and inside archegonia egg is produced, inside anthradia sperm is produced. They'll fertilize to give a rise zygote. This zygote undergoes mitosis to give a rise sporophytic body. Okay, this is our sporophytic body. You can see well developed tree-like structure in sporophyte. But gametophyte, it is not well developed. It is prothallus type. Okay, it is of primary type. So dominant phase in case of pteridophyte, it is this. This is dominant. which is Sporophytic and 2N in case of pteridophyte. Then gymnosperms. Gymnosperms are plant in which ovules are not enclosed by any ovary wall and remain exposed both before the fertilization as well as after fertilization also. The seeds, see now we are starting seed bearing plants. So phanerogamy. Seeds that develop post-fertilization are not covered and they are naked. And gymnosperms include medium-sized trees or tall trees and shrubs. One of the gymnosperm, the giant redwood tree Sequoia, is one of the tallest tree species. Important point for NEET point of view. The roots are generally taproot. They are of taproot type. See now, well-developed root system is there. Vascular system is also there. Okay, vascular system is also there. But simply xylem and phloem, especially in case of xylem, vessels are not there. Xylem vessels are not there. Water can be conducted through the tracheids. And in case of phloem, they lack companion cell, they lack sieve tube cells. They have sieve cells and albuminous cells instead of companion cells and sieve tube cells. Zygote always undergo no, Hasini. If zygote undergoes mitosis, then sporophytic diploid body should be multicellular. But sometimes in haplontic life cycle or sometimes in diplontic, sometimes it is only for 2N structure or diploid stage, it is only for zygote. Okay, then zygote immediately undergoes meiosis to form spores. Okay, so when it undergoes mitosis, it will be multicellular. When it will not undergo mitosis, it should undergo meiosis to form spores. Is it okay? Is it clear? So roots in some genera have fungal association in the form of mycorrhiza. And while this is also important, fungal association, symbiotic association with fungi. So it is Pinus which is having symbiotic association with fungi to increase the surface area, while some other like a small specialized root called caryoloid roots are associated with N2-fixing nitrogen cyanobacteria. The stems are unbranched in cycas and branched in case of Pinus. The leaves may be simple or compound. Cycas, the pinnated leaf persists for few years. The leaves in gymnosperms are well developed to withstand extreme temperature, humidity and wind. They are well developed and they are like needle-like, so to bear with all this extreme temperature and all. In conifers, needle-like leaves reduces the surface area. They have thick cuticle and sunken stomata, also help to reduce water loss. Gymnosperms are heterosporous. They produce haploid microspores and megaspores. Two kinds of spores are produced within the sporangia, are borne on sporophylls and spirally along the axis to form a lex or compact strobili or cone. This is example. You can see yellow color picture, that is of cone or strobili. This is cone. So the microspores develop into the male gametophyte generation, which is highly reduced and is confined to only limited number of cells. This reduced gametophyte is called pollen grains. The development of pollen grains takes place within the microsporangia. This is what life cycle of gymnosperm. See here, we should note down that this is single fertilization only. Okay, gametes are fused only to form zygote. Remember, see, when zygote is formed, this is zygote. Okay, zygote undergoes sporophytic body and inside that megasporophylls will be there, megastrobili, and after meiosis they will form two types of spores, megaspores and microspores. They form two types of spores, megaspores and microspores. So zygote undergoes meiosis. Okay. The zygote undergo first, it will undergo megasporophyll formation. So there will be female cones will be formed and there will be male cones will be formed. So inside that microsporangia and megasporangia will be there. So this mother cells present in these two, they undergoes meiosis to form. They undergoes meiosis to form gametes. Okay, they undergo meiosis to form gametes. So gametophytic, actually spores. These spores germinate to form gametophytic stage. Female gametophytic stage and male gametophytic stage. This is again, these spores again undergoes, after germination, they undergoes mitosis. Then there will be formation of female gametophytic stage and male gametophytic stage. This is multicellular form, and in that they bear male organ and female organ. After that, there will be formation of male gamete, female gamete and male gamete. They'll fuse to form zygote. So fusion occurs only once, that is single fertilization. Next, angiosperms. Habit and habitat of angiosperm. The angiosperms are exceptionally large group of plants occurring in wide range of habitat. Size, they range in the size from tiny to almost microscopic wolfia to tall trees of eucalyptus. This is over 100 meters. Characteristic feature, they are flower bearing plants. Most recently and highly evolved. Plant body is sporophyte and which differentiated it undergoes root system and aerial shoot system. They have sporophylls that aggregate to form flowers with perianth. Both microsporophylls and megasporophylls are specialized. Angiosperms are flower-bearing plants. So male sex organ in the flower is stamen. You all know about this flower structure. Male sex organ is stamen, which has anther and filament. Female sex organ, it is known as pistil, which has style, stigma, style and ovary. So generally each ovule has megaspore mother cell that undergoes meiosis. See, as I have explained you, always remember that mother cell, all the mother cell, they are 2n. So they'll undergo meiosis to form haploid megaspores. 3 of them degenerate. Okay. After meiosis, remember 10th standard, that is one cell undergoes meiosis, it will form 4 N. Okay. Among these three gets degenerated. These three cell get degenerated. Okay, and one divide to form embryo sac. Only one is functional, which is divided to form embryo sac. Each embryo sac has 3-celled egg apparatus, 1 egg cell, 2 synergids, and 3 antipodal cells. I am showing you along with the diagram. Okay, these are 3 antipodal cells. Okay, 3 antipodal cells, 2 synergids, and 1 egg cell. So the polar nuclei eventually fuse to produce diploid secondary nucleus. Diploid secondary nucleus. See, this is polar nuclei. It will give a rise to form diploid secondary nucleus. So pollen grain, after dispersal from the anther, they are carried by the wind or various type of agents and to the stigma or a stigma of the pistil. This is called pollination. The pollen grains germinate on stigma and there will be pollen tube formation. Pollen tube enters the embryo sac where 2 male gametes are discharged. So how many male gametes are discharged? 2 male gametes are discharged. Okay, from pollen grain. 1 male gamete fused with the egg cell. 1 male gamete plus egg cell. This will give a rise zygote. This will give a rise zygote, 2n zygote, that is called syngamy. But the other male gamete fuses with the diploid secondary nucleus, that was actually 2n, and along with that this one male gamete is also fusing, so it is 2n plus n, which will give a rise triploid primary endosperm nucleus. So that is known as PEN, primary endosperm nucleus. Because of the occurrence of two fusion, one is called syngamy and one is called PEN formation. So two times fusion occurs. That's why it is also known as double fertilization. This is characteristic feature, important point. And this type of fusion is called triple fusion. One is syngamy, one is triple fusion. So this type of thing occurs. This is characteristic feature of unique feature of angiosperms only. How many total gametes involved in syngamy? In syngamy, only two gametes. One male gamete, male, which is having this, okay, and egg cells. Egg cell which is also like this, which will give a rise to an zygote. This is called syngamy. Okay, and during triple fusion, in triple fusion, primary endosperm nucleus, in that diploid secondary nucleus, that is 2n plus one male gamete, which will give a rise 3n PEN. This is called triple fusion. You're welcome, Hasini. So now about plant life cycles and alternation of generation. Actually, what is alternation of generation? As I have explained you, half of the life cycle occurs as in case of plants, they have diploid as well as haploid stages. In our body also haploid stages are there, but haploid stage, it is only till the gamete stage. This gametes will never undergo mitosis to give a rise multicellular body. It will never give a rise embryo. Okay, so for fusion we require after fusion only it will undergo multiple division. But in case of plants this happens. That's why some of the life cycle remains as a haploid body, some of the life cycle they live as diploid body. That's why they can be continuously alternating their generation. This is called alternation of generation. Then haplontic life cycle. Look here. During haplontic life cycle, main or dominant point, dominant stage, it is haploid. Dominant stage, it is haploid. That means N or gametophytic stage is dominating. So you can say here, or diploid stage. Diploid stage, it is only till zygote point. Only till zygote. Immediately after zygote formation, it will undergo meiosis to give a rise four different spores. Four spores. These spores germinate and undergoes to form gametophytic body. And then after that, the gametogenesis occurs. And these gametes, when they are fused, this is called syngamy. Fusion called syngamy, and which will result into zygote formation. So it is only for zygote, only one cell zygote. Sporophytic generation is represented only by one cell zygote. That's why most of the portion, most of the life cycle is haploid. That's why it is called haplontic life cycle. Then the plontic life cycle, here most of the life cycle it is, see, this is of Pteridophyta. Pteridophytes, they have a dominant phase diploid. So here you can see majority blue color portion, majority of life cycle they live as sporophytic body in diploid stage. Okay, and haploid stage it is only till gametes formation. This whenever these gametes are formed, this gametes after gametogenesis it will fuse. This gamete immediately fused in syngamy, which will give a rise to a zygote. Zygote will undergo mitosis. Zygote will undergo mitosis to give a rise multicellular sporophytic body. So this is called the diplontic life cycle. Yes, in PEN. Yes, in PEN it is 3N. It is triploid. Then haplon diplontic life cycle. Here you can see both the stages are there. Bryophytes and pteridophytes interestingly exhibit the intermediate condition, that is haplon diplontic. Both the phases are multicellular. Both the phases are multicellular here. Here, not both the phases are multicellular. Gametophytic stage is not multicellular. It is still gametes formation only. Gametes will not undergo mitosis to give a rise multicellular body. But here they'll undergo mitosis to give a rise gametophytic body, and as well as zygote will undergo sporophytic body formation. Though dominant phases are different, dominant phases can be depending on the photosynthetic, whether they are dependent, whether they are independent, or like that. Okay, so this is called haplon diplontic life cycle. So let me remind you, all of you, that this in description box link is given for the Spark store. So if you want to join our course, any of the course, JEE, NEET, MSET, IIT, IELTS, or anything, IIT Foundation, NEET Foundation, anything, lots of courses are available. So many courses are available. So you can buy any of the course, you can join any of the course, and even previous year solution, full length test, and study materials also. So just check the description box and check the link given in the description box. Or else you can do one thing, you can call on the number scrolling down on your screen. Admissions are open. We are working offline also. So offline classes are also going on. Hostel plus focus study hour, long-term coaching 10 to 4 is rhyming, regular coaching 6 to 9. We have our two branches, one is at Narayanguda, one is at Mehdipatnam. So offline, you can opt for offline as well as online coaching. If it is not convenient, if you are not in Hyderabad, then you can you can join any of our online coaching also. And we all are working hard to provide you our best teaching on online coaching also. So you don't need to worry about online coaching. You don't need to worry about your teaching. I mean, how you get your concept clear. So we'll try our best to clear your concepts. So you can join. Admission is open for online coaching also. That is NEET online coaching and JEE Mains and MSET online coaching. So on daily basis, on demand, we have live sessions, and these sessions are always recorded form. In recorded form, they'll be available in your app. So whenever, if you are that is not your convenient time, then you can join, or I mean you can check that video afterwards also, and you can join live class also, and at that time you can ask your doubts. This is how on daily basis we are giving assignments, and on daily basis we are um, checking that assignments, as well as we are conducting tests, and also test analysis has been done. So this is our method: basic concept, shortcut methods, all model questions, exercise questions, PYQs. Normally on daily basis we solve few questions, and we ask our students to solve few questions, and we can test, grand test, test analysis, all these things are done. So now question time, guys. Question time. So beside the paddy field, cyanobacteria are also found inside the vegetative part of what? Beside the paddy fields. Where exactly cyanobacteria are found? See this, if you have concentrated on class, then this has been discussed during the class. Come on, quick, quick. Where are you, Hasini? And those who are joining, already joined but not taking active participation, please take active participation during question session. So question time, guys. First question, answer with the question number. Come on, I'm waiting for your answer. Otherwise, we have only 4 minutes left. Yes, Hasini. No. N2 fixing bacteria. Cyanobacteria are N2 fixing bacteria. So they are associated with pteridophytes, especially cycas. So answer is 1A. Answer is 1A. Then isogamous condition with non-flagellated gametes is found in. You check this video afterwards also, Hasini, again. You will get the answer correct, your correct answer of first question. So for second question, answer is Pyrogyra. Third question, read the following statement and answer the question which follows them. So in liverwort, mosses and ferns, gametophytes are free-living. Gymnosperms are some ferns are heterosporous. Sexual reproduction. So how many of above statements are correct? How many of above statements are correct? No, for second question also, second 2A is correct. For third question, three statements of these is correct. Three statements are correct. In liverworts and ferns, gametophytes are free living, while in ferns, sporophytes are free living. In ferns, sporophytes are free living, not gametophytes. This is wrong. And gymnosperms, genera like Selaginella and Salvinia, are heterosporous. Sporophyte in mosses are more elaborated than that of the liverwort. Then in about Pinus and Marchantia. So Pinus is monoecious and heterosporous and Marchantia is dioecious. So that's why only 3 correct. Which of the following is not correctly matched for the organism and its cell wall degrading enzyme? Organism not correctly matched. Not correctly matched. Yes, it is algae, and so it is B, algae and methylase. Because cell wall is made up of cellulose, so it should be cellulase and only. Then for fifth question, I am only answering right now. Plant body is thalloid in Marchantia. What is the common in all of these three? Funaria, Dryopetris and Ginkgo. What is common in all these? So presence of Archegonia, it is common in all these. Which of the following is wrongly matched? Wrongly matched. Spirogyra and motile gametes. Which of the following shows the isogamy with non-flagellated gametes? Non-flagellated gametes. It's D, Spirogyra. Again, you get answer from the 7th question only. So again, I will remind you, all of you, that you can join us on Telegram also. And these are our results. Spark Academy NEET 2021. So NEET results, our 19 students got admission last year. So subscribe, and if you like the video, if you like my teaching, then subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon for all the notifications. Thank you so much, guys, and thank you so much. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.